The December 2nd episode of Monday Night Raw was a great time to be a heel. On this week's Bryan Breakdown, I'll be discussing Gunther versus Dominic Mysterio and Big E's ouster from the New Day. While you're here, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Threads where we cover wrestling shows live. Dominic Mysterio and Gunther faced off in their second televised encounter. This was much different than their match in April, albeit the end result was the same. Both wrestlers are currently playing heels, but as of late, Gunther has been more honorable, and Dominic Mysterio got cheered during this match. Furthermore, Dirty Dom showed much more grit and sparkiness than he usually does, and even attempted to out-chop Gunther. He even managed to make Gunther's chest bleed. Dom managed to also hit his finishing sequence, but it wasn't enough. Gunther kicked out and sealed the deal with a powerbomb. Surprisingly enough, there weren't any run-ins until after the match, which at that point, Finn Balor attacked Gunther as payback for Gunther's boot on Saturday and delivered a trifecta of coup de grace. While I've been very critical of the Judgment Day, this was an interesting way to utilize them and avoid another bland extension of their feud with Damian Priest. This match comes off the back of Dirty Dom being named ESPN's #1 wrestler on their 30 Under 30 list. Dom is going to be one of the company's biggest stars in the future. He knows how to keep the crowd entertained on a level that many never attain in their careers. And my favorite segment of the night, Big E returns and is promptly kicked out of the New Day. The 10-year anniversary segment started out with Xavier and Kofi stood in the ring amid pictures of some of their biggest moments. The duo took to the mic and what sounded like a mutual breakup was on the horizon. This was never going to be the case though. As the promo took a downturn, Big E Langston made his highly anticipated return and reminded the duo what the New Day and their brotherhood meant. Big E then offered his assistance to serve as their manager until he was medically cleared. Xavier and Kofi both had different plans. Big E abandoned them.
You left us, E! Yeah, you broke your neck. So what?
Yep, you heard it right. He abandoned them with his broken neck. The pair then berated Big E, then officially kicked him from the group. The sheer emotion of the segment was palpable. Big E tapped into something real, and on the heel side of things, Kofi shined in my opinion. For someone who was a natural babyface that I would have never envisioned as a bad guy with fiery conviction, he excelled in this segment. The best heels have motivations grounded in reality, as I've said before, even if slightly warped, and this is no exception. The New Day has been squabbling up for several months at this point, and now Big E decides to step in? This was the least expected route that this angle could have taken. This was a brilliant swerve that struck a chord with fans who hold Big E near and dear to their hearts. Betrayal at its finest. It does make sense though, as both Kofi and Xavier had said some pretty dickish things to each other last week. I am most looking forward to what the New Day will do in the future with their renewed characters. I anticipate the gyrating and pancakes to stop with both Xavier and Kofi translating their newfound aggression into the in-ring presentation. The biggest question though is what they'll do on the back of the segment. From a storyline perspective, the most logical feud for them would be Big E, who is not yet medically cleared. Also, I'd love to see them as tag champs again, but those belts are currently being held ransom by the Judgment Day. What do you think is next for the New Day? For more great wrestling content, be sure to stay tuned for new episodes of the Two Smart Marks web show every Saturday, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any other of our latest drops. See you next week.